Hi. So before I begin with this video, I just want to give off a couple of updates. I'm running behind on a few projects because I've been very ill. This video will be talking about why I've been ill, but yeah, so I'm a little bit behind. I know I have a couple of projects that I need to do for a couple of awesome ladies, and I haven't forgotten. This is a lot quicker to just get out there, and this needs to be out first. So before that disclaimer's out in the way, it's out of the way. And another thing is, this isn't about religion or sexism or anything like that. It's about dogs. I know, imagine that, right? A harmless topic. Nothing bad about dogs, just, as you can hear, a flabbergastion or something of dogs. And I want to tell this story because I think that similar fur parents will need this information urgently, especially if you have a dog like mine. My dog, my darling little daughter, is a garbager. Now, she's in her older age, she's gotten really good at it, but there was a period of time before Christmas where she was just really irritated and agitated for whatever reason. We think it was because of fucking hair. No, not fucking hair. We just think it was a reaction to nerves. It's the holidays, it's pretty busy, and stuff like that. And so she started chewing on her toys. And one of the toys we discovered had been partially eaten. We had thought it was just the squeaker because she only vomited up part of the chewed up squeaker. And we dismissed it, even though eventually, as it went on, she just started getting worse and worse and worse until we reached a little equilibrium. I don't know how that managed to happen. But so for a couple of months, she was okay. Obviously still sick. Obviously, if you follow me on places, you've seen me panic several times about Nim and her health. So a couple of days ago, not even, like barely even into the week, I accidentally smacked her in the gut because I was trying to get her up the ramp. She uses a ramp to walk up the stairs in the backyard now so she can use the toilet. And she tried to avoid the ramp and go up the stairs. And I'm like, no. And I had to grab her. And I grabbed her mid-middle. And that's not what you're supposed to do with a dog like that. And it startled her. But then afterwards it was fine until 15 minutes later, she started puking. Now, she first puked up her breakfast. But as it kept going, this is what else she puked up. It looks like a turd because it wasn't a turd. That's this part of the squeaker that she ingested, and this is the tail end of the toy. This came from her bowels. And how do I know it was from her bowels? Well, it's shit covered for starters. That's why it's in a plastic bag. And when it first came out, it was rolled up like an egg roll. And we did some research into her files, and it looks like this was in her gut for 2 months. 2 months. And after she vomited it up, Mom and I were looking it up on the internet, and I said, you know, you're right. I wonder if it is her toy from 2 months ago. So I looked it up, and internet can be give or take, but I found a really, really good couple of forums, and apparently this happens a lot when it comes to animals, especially dogs of like a breeder of like pointer or like just really, really high strung dogs, especially labs and especially goldens. I know for a fact are garbagers, but Nim is a rare case, I guess. But she was a minority in this because I did a quick average. Sorry, it's hard to talk about sometimes. I did a quick average of the stories that I read with cases similar to this. And it turns out that only one of the 4 survived. One of the 5. 1 lived, 4 died. And out of the 3 of the 4 that died, they didn't find out what the problem was until after the autopsy, when they found it and lodged in the bowel. And I want this message to go out to dog owners who think this was our folly. Well, not our. It was mostly my folly. I let her have cardboard when she was young, and that probably fucked her bowels. I let her have plastic when she was young, and that fucked her bowels. And she also at one point had cigarettes, and she opened a cat food tin, but with her bare teeth. We didn't find any tin in her body, thank you. But that was a thing that was real. So my advice is, don't let puppies do this. Don't give them an okay. Don't let them know that it's acceptable to do these things, because they will grow up in adulthood using it as a coping mechanism, because they will use it as a way to comfort themselves in times of big, huge stress. And that's what Nim did, and she ate it, and she almost died from it. And we got lucky. We got really lucky. Really lucky. And the point I'm trying to make is, like, they're easy to miss. If you discover that your dog is uncomfortable, and say you found your pup in the midst of like ruin, like a toy ruin, there's like cotton and fluff everywhere, right, Nim? And your dog's just sitting in the middle happy as fuck. Don't waste any time. If you can afford it, take them to the vet and have them do x-rays. Yes, have them do x-rays right away. And if they don't find it, and you can't find it, it's still there. It's still there. You can't fool yourself into thinking it's not, right? Nim's in agreement. Sorry, she's still got the panty thing going, because that's her lot. She's got what they call old dog lung, so she's gonna be panting until. But she's moving a lot better without this in her gut. She's walking better, eating better. I can't stress enough the importance of not letting your dog eat crap when they're babies, because it will fuck their stomachs, and it will fuck their pancreas like it's fucked my dog, their liver, all that shit. Just at a young age, you can give your dogs toys, but just make sure they're non-toxic, edible, and digestible if you have a dog that's a garbager, because otherwise you're just going to end up losing them way too soon, and in a very, very, very preventable way. And that's a shame. That's a shame. You shouldn't have to lose your dog in such a preventable way, right? That's my message anyway. Just, even the doctor didn't get it. So, like, even the doctor was flabbergasted when we brought it up. I was like, do you think it could be this? And she's like, no. And then she looked it up. She's like, yes. It can happen. Now, that's not a diss on my doctor. I love my vet. I love her. But even vets miss it, is what I'm saying. Like, it's a thing that can slip through the cracks. See? It's a thing that can slip through the cracks. And just be vigilant with your puppy and your dog. Don't leave them alone with toys that can break up like this. This was from one of those flat toys. Now, those flat toys are actually pretty good because they don't have stuffing in them, which is toxic. But another thing is, if the dog is upset, this will happen. And it will last in their bowels until they die from it, or until they puke it or shit it. We got lucky. I don't want this to happen to any other dog owner ever. So take my advice. Save this video if you plan on getting a dog. Especially like a dog that loves to eat everything, like Labradors, Golden, like the big poof dogs, like Mo. Why did I say Mo? Mo is the name of my cousin's Great Dane. Boxers, pit bulls, bulldogs, big honking dogs. They love to garbage. So just steer clear of that. Anyway, it's almost my 10 minutes are up. So I'll just give you one last face, this disgusting thing that I had to pick out of a puddle of bile and food, and I had to wash it. The funny thing is, I had to send it. Happened while I was on the phone with the vet, so I sent pictures to her while I was on the phone with the vet, and she was just like, what is your dog made of? So that's the funny part of it. Anyway, she's still here. That's my baby. She's getting old. She's got a little gray. She's got a little beard. But she's still my baby. Say goodbye, Nam. Bye to YouTube.